You turned Vaptor against me.
You have done that yourself.
You will not take Vaptor from me.
Your anger and your lust for power have already done that. You have allowed this Dark Lord to twist your mind until now. Until now, you have become the very thing you swore to destroy.
Don't lecture me, Matthew. I see through the lies of the mug. I do not fear the dark side as you do. I have brought peace, freedom, justice, and garlic to my new podcast.
Your new podcast?
Don't make me clever, you.
Connor, my allegiance is to the Republic, to the Garlicky.
If you're not with me, then you're my enemy.
Only a Jackie deals in absolutes. I will do what I must.
You will try. Welcome to the Garlic Boys podcast, where we treat friendship like a good recipe treats garlic. You can never have too much of it. We're your hosts. I'm Connor O'Connor.
And I'm Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Hello there.
General Kenobi. Oh man, happy day after Star Wars Day for you losers. It's Star Wars Day for us.
Revenge of the 5th. That's when this comes out. And that's right. We are recording this the day before.
We're psychopaths because we have mental breakdowns.
What's that? We didn't get any sleep this week? Can you tell? Yes, today is May the 4th. And we hope that the May the 4th is with you and with your spirit, as the Catholics would say.
Because we're all Catholics on this podcast.
No, because it's like they're like peace be with you and it used to be and also with you, and now it's in with your spirit.
Oh, they believe in ghosts now?
They always have, I think.
The Holy Ghost.
I'm not too sure how they feel about the Holy Spirit, but whatever.
Right.
Do we want to do the typical like how was your week, or do you want to just start talking about Star Wars?
My week was terrible, so let's just talk about Star Wars.
Well, I do have a fun thing that I found on TikTok before we started recording today that I just want to bring up. Somebody started selling T-shirts that said "F the LAPD" on them.
Okay.
Is the actual word, but this is a
PG
family-friendly podcast.
Exactly.
And so the LAPD then sent the distributor of like the guy who started selling the shirts a cease and desist, saying that they owned the rights to the word LAPD. And his response to it was I quote, "LOL, no." And he signed it his name, Hawaii Bar, or PhD Hawaii Bar, and then his bar number. His his law experience is in copyright law.
Oh my goodness. That's incredible.
So he knew like what he could and could not do beforehand, knew that they didn't have that copyright, and just the perfect, you don't know me. You like what are you gonna do?
Listen, everybody knows me, good old went to school for criminal justice, all that jazz. That is the funniest thing I've heard ever, probably. Because honestly, I'm getting to that point. Like, not a huge fan of them either, for the most part. Why I'm not becoming one? So I would buy that shirt probably. People would be so confused because I'm not like, obviously on this podcast I am a little vocal about a lot of things. I'm not super vocal about my hatred toward police recently, until I guess now.
I just think they need to be taken down a peg. There's so much like mythologizing of police, I think, through media and different things, where we like they can't do anything wrong. They're here to help. They're the best people ever, and they're not. It's a cult. I think. I think police are cults.
They are actually more cultish than you think, but I like good cops. I know that there's all cops are bad kind of thing, and to a point I actually kind of agree with that. There are good people out there who are trying to be good cops. It's so hard for me because like in a perfect world, I would be one of those people. You know what I mean? I would join the police force. I would try to make it better, and I would try to make society better. That's super difficult because, as you said, it's more or less a cult. So
I think the difficult part comes when you say all cops are bad, and people are like, there are some good ones, and well, if you have to try and justify that there are some good ones, that means that not everyone believes that. And that means that there's not enough for there to be a difference. And I also just personally believe that if there are only some good ones and it's not the majority, then the whole thing is bad, because that means those that are bad are the ones that are bolstered, put into power, and that help continue the cycle.
The ones that are bad are the ones that are in control. That's why it is a bad system. There's a lot of like the reason good cops can't really exist anymore is because they're either silenced, and you can take that as you want. They're either silenced or they are put in positions where they have zero authority to change anything. So I know that there are good people out there. I have several close friends that are cops. I know they're amazing people. And they're trying to do the best that they can. However, the system is garbage because 90% of the people making decisions and the people who are in authority and the people who have the power to change the system are the bad ones. And that's infuriating. It's insanely infuriating. But as we know, the higher you go up in this country, no matter where you are, the worse it gets. So yeah, on that happy note, we're basically the Empire.
I don't know what you're talking about. The Empire actually was able to do things to actually improve the economy and lives of people around them.
I disagree with you entirely. Thank you for your
incorrect because see, when the Senate was in charge, there was constant war throughout the galaxy, and even after then the New Republic was established, there was still death happening.
Do you know why
there wasn't death happening when the Empire was in charge?
Do you know why there was constant war within the galaxy? Because the person who was the head of both sides of the war was on both sides. It was one guy fueling the entire war.
Count Dooku left the Jedi Order before he became in charge of the Separatist army.
Count Dooku is definitely not the head of the Separatist army.
Who is?
Darth Sidious.
I've never heard of that man.
Have you ever heard the tragedy of Darth Sidious the Wise? Dude, speaking of Darth Sidious, So I've been watching The Bad Batch because boy didn't know there was a season 3 out. Super upset about that fact. That I've been missing out on that for a while. But they're making this show and The Mandalorian season 3 entirely to explain the fact that Palpatine came back. Like that is the entirety of the reason of this show. The Bad Batch is amazing and I love the storyline. But they're like this literally this entire last season has been an explanation as for how Palpatine came back in the sequel trilogy, sorry. And I think it's amazing because there's a lot of things unexplained within the Star Wars universe because one trilogy happens and then maybe 60 years between the trilogy happens and then the next trilogy happens. So there's like a lot of dead space in between that isn't written about. There's a lot of space beforehand that isn't written / movied / TV'd about. Is that what you're laughing at? Because I said written?
No, fully. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm playing Pokemon Go right now, and I just hatched a shiny Togepi.
I hate you so much. What the heck? Do you have a shiny charm or something? Because that's BS. My man, literally every day, I'm exaggerating quite a bit, but every day, Connor sends me a picture of a shiny Pokemon that he has either caught or hatched. My lovely brain, part of the reason I had a meltdown this week was because
you don't have any shiny Pokemon.
No, I mean it's about to be, but all of my plants have died because I have neglected them, thinking that they would just survive. Like if I just got a plant, it would just survive. Everybody else's plants survive, but I forgot the fact that you have to, water them and take care of them. So, anyway. That's a new Pokemon. That's cool. So a lot of my plants have died. And it's because because I cared too much,
Yeah, for sure.
Because I cared too much. And the same thing with Pokemon. I don't play it. I hardly ever open this app. But I just assume that every time I do open this app on the rare occasions, that something amazingly good is going to happen to me. Like I'm going to get a legendary Pokemon just popping up out of nowhere, or like 30 shinies just all around me. That's not how it works. You actually have to try. But
it's actually a lot of work to be a Pokemon master.
Holy crap! I just gotta hold on. Can I show the screen without taking off my background? No, I cannot. I just got. Okay, just get rid of the background. Shiny EV, which I already have like 100 of. But do you see? Do you see? Do you see? Do you see? Shiny.
Nice.
575 CP. Anyway, back to the podcast. Dude, they updated the UI. They updated a lot of stuff. Man, I need to get on here more often. Not even 1 star, you piece of garbage.
If I'm honest with you, this isn't my first shiny Togepi. Because
What?
I also have a shiny Togekiss.
Are we gonna trade right now?
We are not. I've had a shiny Eevee before too, because now I have a shiny Flareon.
Oh, I have a lot of shiny evolutions. But they're garbage because every shiny Eevee I get is garbage.
All right.
It's kind of disappointing.
I have 74 different shiny Pokemon.
Wow. I don't go on here. Hold on.
Three of them are pincers.
Shiny. I have 56 shiny Pokemon. I have a shiny Ursaluna, which is pretty freaking dope.
Shiny Metagross.
Nice. Shiny Porygon Z.
I also have one.
Oh, shiny Charizard. I always
I
loved
also have
shiny.
one. I have 2 shiny Salamances.
You know, it's called Dark Charizard. Back in the day, before shinies were like in the trading card realm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I had a Dark Charizard card. They're worth a ton of money now, but I put it through the freaking washer it was in my pocket. I put it through the washer and I want to die now.
Did we talk about how a few years ago I needed a little extra money, so I sold my Pokemon collection to find out that a lot of them were fake?
Yeah, I think you did tell me that. You did say that on here. Just so disappointing, dude. That's so sad.
Oh yeah.
I
Uh,
have a kid. I don't have a kid. But my mom is friends with somebody who she met at church, I think. And she is bringing her kids to family dinner on Sunday. And so I know this kid is really into Pokemon, and he knows that I'm really into Pokemon. So I'm going to bring all of my cards and most likely gift 90% of them to him. I'm going to keep like the ones that I really like, and the ones that, you know, mean a lot to me, like my shiny textured Rayquaza. That's not going to that kid. I have a couple Mews and like evolutions and stuff that are like full art cards, and I just think they're sick as heck. So no way in heck is this going to this kid. But he's got a lot of really rare, valuable ones apparently too. So I was figured I'd just give him some of my cool ones. Or
so
all of them.
you're gonna give just some random kid your Pokemon cards
Yeah.
instead of your best friend?
What? Why do you need Pokemon cards?
I like trinkets.
So do I, which is why I've collected over like 2,000 Pokemon cards, but I don't need them anymore. So they just sit in a binder, like under, like collecting dust. And I kind of feel like there's more potential. Like this kid could collect them and play with them. I don't know, because like I wish I had somebody, like if you and I got together more often, we could like learn how to battle and actually do it.
I
But
never learned how to battle with Pokemon cards.
I did, and I just never had anybody to play with except for the one person that taught me, and they didn't play with me anymore. So, man, you know, I could have made it big. I could have made it. I just bought a deck not that long ago. It's like a pre-made deck that one of the champions used to win. They were selling them at Walmart. It was like a special pack, and it like told you all about the champion in their age group. I guess it was like the champion of that age group. I think mine was like the 9 to 11 or something age group. I don't remember, but like it was the champion's deck, and it's like the actual cards that he used in his deck that he won with. And so, you know, I could win. Who knows?
If you got the strategy
Maybe
down. That's the thing with like competitive Pokemon that I've never liked, is like the strategy of it.
yeah.
Because Pokemon is in the tutorials, it's like, hey, there's type advantages, and some types are stronger than others. You gotta figure out which ones do which to which.
Yeah.
Which I never do as a kid. I just tried to use the stronger attack against the
Same.
Pokemon.
I would just get one Pokemon up to like level 100 and then just wipe out everything, regardless of types.
Uh, well, I'm playing through Crystal right now, and it's easier just to level up one Pokemon and just have it destroy everything.
Because there's no EXP share. I mean, there is an EXP share, but there's one, and you can give it to one other Pokemon.
Right.
And it's garbage.
But like, even now, it's like, okay, I have to have these type advantages. If I teach this this Pokemon this move, that helps cover its attack and everything like that. And then they started introducing items and abilities, and just like now you have Terra in there to like Terra type and everything. And just
Yeah.
I've tried to learn competitive Pokemon. I've tried to understand it. but people are like, this is an agility team. This Pokemon knows agility. It makes this other one go faster somehow. Or this is a tail spin. Or Muck is great for a minimize team. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know any of the words you're saying.
I have strong dragon. Strong dragon should beat your tiny dog. Yet your tiny dog is a fairy type for some reason. And now this Dachshund can kill my dragon.
I saw this one video of somebody who literally brought out, what was it? It was like such a simple. It might have literally just been like an Eevee or something.
Is it the Bidoof video?
Maybe where they literally just have a team full of Bidoofs. No, it was a Rattata, and they took out an entire team with one singular Rattata.
Yes. Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about because they gave it a focus sash.
Yeah.
And or I think that had Endeavor, I think, in a focus stash.
Yep.
And Endeavor allows a Pokemon
to withstand an attack up to 1 HP or something.
Yes. Like that. I think that's what it is, or it's there's something that allows it to deal as much damage that was just done to it.
Right.
And so like a strong Pokemon will then like get hit for it. And I think Endeavor brings you to the same
focus. The focus sash, I believe, keeps you at 1 HP if you get attacked.
Right.
So no matter what the attack is, it brings it to 1 HP. But the Endeavor might be something that it does the damage back or something like that. I see what you're saying.
There was something that it had that did the damage back to that Pokemon. And so like it would kill or KO the opponent's Pokemon. There was also one where like it would bring them to the same level, like health level of like 1 health point, and then you use quick attack, which always is a priority move, so it always goes first, and then you just sweep with that.
You know, you actually said something really funny there that I want to capitalize on. Now I want to talk about where you said kill the Pokemon. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Like when I was a kid, I would, without a doubt, always say kill. I would go through and I'd be killing these Pokemon, and that's what I thought in my head. I thought I was killing them, straight up murdering a bunch of animals and leaving dead bodies lying all over the place. And I have continued that in my adult years where I say kill, even though I mean knockout, because I know it's KO. I know that, but I want to kill my enemies.
Right.
Steal their blood and use it to make great swords or something. I don't know.
Remove the iron from their blood and use it to make Drainer, the blood sucker.
I love Pokemon. Thank you for talking about Pokemon. It really boosted my spirits.
Yeah. Anyways, back to the original conversation of the Bad Batch.
Yeah, that.
You remember that from 20 minutes ago, gang?
Yeah, I totally forgot about that myself. So
I have only watched the Bad Batch up until the point where Omega is kidnapped by Fennec Shan.
Oh Lord. Yeah, you're a bit behind.
Yeah.
Do you know what happens at the end of season 2?
Yes.
Oh, see, that's rough. That's rough.
I call that a what you say moment.
They did like the recap before I watched season 3, and they like brought that in, and I was like, why do you have to bring it back? Why do you have to tell me? I don't want to know. I just want to not see him there.
You know who I feel bad for though?
Who?
Is Dee Bradley Baker. I just don't think this guy's gonna work anymore.
because there's no more clones ever.
For like the last 15 years, there's been some sort of TV show with clones on it. Yep. And he voices every single one of it. Yep. And this past week was the series finale for Bad Batch, and that brought a close to all prequel era stories.
Yep. I hope he saved all that money he got from voice acting all of the clones that he voiced, because holy crap, man.
You know what? He's banked though, because Phineas and Ferb is coming back and he's got Perry back.
That's fair. Yeah, Dee Bradley Baker does a lot of voices. Like, you guys would have no idea just how many voices this guy has done. He's
If
done any animated work you've ever watched.
if you hear an animal noise, it's probably him.
Probably. I think he does Momo and Appa in the animated Avatar, as well as several characters within the show.
He's a secret tunnel guy.
Is he really?
Pretty sure he is.
That's wild.
Um,
He does a lot. He's done the most recent Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He's done a lot of those voices for the animated shows, not the recent movie, but he's done a lot in the shows.
a few aliens on Ben 10.
Yes, he did. Trying to remember which ones he did. He probably did Accelerate. It sounds like him. He did Jet Ray for sure. Like, that's gotta be
for
really
sure. I think he did Diamond Head.
Okay, I can see that.
Here we go. Oh, this just tells you how much work he's done. Under filmography on Wikipedia, it brings a link to another Wikipedia page.
He needs multiple
Like
Wikipedia just to showcase all he's done. They probably break it up by like decades.
Okay, let's see. On Fairly Odd Parents, he was the bronze kneecap, as well as a few other characters.
Yeah.
A lot of these, it's just like various characters, which is so cool.
Because he voices like one-shot characters that never show up again, or for 2 seconds they're in the show, kind of thing.
In Codename Kid Next Door, he was number 4, the Toilinator, and the Delightful Children from Down the Lane, as well as a few others. He was a few characters on Teen Titans, Mandy's father on the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
I can't tell you how badly this man makes me want to get into voice acting. I want to be a voice actor so bad, but I know that it's super hard work.
He's Klaus on American Dad. Here we go. Ben 10. This is the original series. Stinkfly, Wild Mutt, Carl Tennyson, Acid Breath, Eye Guy, Spitter, Porcupine, and then various additional voices.
Okay.
He plays a character named Turner on Handy Manny, which I think might be a screwdriver.
You know, given the track record of that show, I would assume so. That would definitely make sense.
The Violet Flathead Screwdriver.
That's amazing.
Can you guess what the Phillips head screwdriver's name is?
Twister.
Felipe.
I don't know how I didn't get that.
And he's voiced by the actor that does Juandissimo Magnifico, Dinkelberg, and Mr. Crocker on Fairly Odd Parents.
That's amazing.
Very good, parents. In The Spectacular Spider-Man, Dee Bradley Baker plays Kurt Connors, the Lizard.
Yep.
And Homuncule, Homuncul,
Sure. Sounds about right. Dee Bradley Baker on TikTok released a video of him in all the Bad Batch voices, basically saying signing off. Oh, it was the most heart-wrenching thing I've ever watched in my entire life. This man is literally my childhood and now my adulthood.
Oh, yeah.
And I know he's not done. He's still doing voice acting and he will still do voice acting, but dude, man, Star Wars has been out, the animated stuff, clone stuff has been out for a long time. He's so iconic, and I'm very sad because the clones have been the best part of me growing up. The best.
I would like everyone to know when Matt said earlier he was in every cartoon ever. I don't think he was exaggerating.
I know he's in everything. Like he
played a character. He played the Phantasm in the cartoon episode of Supernatural where they go into Scooby Doo. That's how much of every cartoon he is.
Even when it's a one-shot episode of a live-action TV show, he's in it.
Shout out to Dee Bradley Baker.
There's just like so many shows, I'm sure, that are like, Dee, please be in my show. He's like, I literally have like 8 other shows going on at the exact same time, but let me just hop in the studio real quick.
Oh yeah,
I'll give you something.
During 2021, he was on 3 different shows. One being the Bad Batch, where he plays every character but one, I think is how it goes.
He doesn't play Omega, yeah.
And then he was also on Spidey and His Amazing Friends and Star Trek Prodigy.
Yeah. So I do want to talk about voice acting because in an interview with the panel for like the voice actors for Has Been Hotel, I watched like a little interview panel at a convention kind of thing with them, and they were talking about how they're very often not in the studio with the person who's in the scene with them. Hold on, pause. What did you see?
He plays Daffy Duck in Space Jam.
No, he does not. That's amazing. I love that.
Continue. Sorry.
Yeah. No. So, they brought to light how very often they're literally just recording their lines. They're not with the other people in the scene. It's all spliced together later, which baffles me. Like that hurts me, I guess, because like I would want to be with the people that I'm doing the lines with. You know what I mean? Like I would want the scene to feel real, even though I was voice acting it.
Right.
And I think it was the person who played Charlie who was saying that they didn't even know. I literally love this man. What is his stupid name?
Keith David.
No, it's Lucifer. Gosh darn, Jeremy Jordan. Thank you. Jeremy Jordan. She didn't even know that Jeremy Jordan was playing Lucifer before she did this part. And I think he had already recorded his lines, and so she heard his voice. And she was like, Is this Jeremy Jordan? And they were like, oh, we don't know. We have no idea who it is. We can't tell you. She's like, I'm pretty sure this is Jeremy Jordan. And they were like, I don't know. Like she was talking about how like they had to like keep it secret or whatever. But man, that would be so jarring to like just say you're like, I guess it would be. Maybe I don't want to be a voice actor. It sounds lonely.
I don't know. Like, I get what you're saying because like we both have like a traditional background in acting, especially stage acting, and so like not only do we have everyone there in the scene with us, we have that live audience there giving us that feedback immediately to what we're doing. Right. And so like not even having someone to play off of can seem like discouraging and lonely and everything. And like I've definitely heard voice actors talk about that, and like actors who come in and do voicing and like talk about how it was such a strange experience. But that's why like there are certain shows where like you can tell there's a little bit more camaraderie with them because they're recording together.
Yeah.
Like with the most recent Ninja Turtles movie, they had the 4 boys record together. And so like that's where you get genuine moments, such as like where they're sitting there talking about being real New Yorkers or getting like to be people, and they're like, let me get a bacon, egg, and cheese, bacon, egg, and cheese. Like you get moments like that because they're there playing off of each other's energies, and like, it just sometimes makes a better product than if they weren't all together.
Yeah. I guess if it's a story where you want a little bit of like improv, I guess, a little bit of, you know, playing off each other's energy. Like if you want it to be just read the script and we'll move on, like that's fine. Because there are some shows where you need to just read the script and move on. There's no real room for like improv in that respect. So I see the benefits of both. However, I definitely prefer if I was a voice actor, I would definitely prefer to do the scene with the person that I'm doing the scene with. You know?
I get that. I
But
do.
I also see the benefits of the other side. So, well, I mean, I've already wasted all this money. I might as well just change my career again and become a voice actor. I could probably do voice acting on the side.
Probably. I
I
don't
would
know
need
what's stopping you.
I think I would need a better microphone, if I'm being honest. Like, I know this microphone is decent, but I feel like they have like really good microphones. So I feel like I would need a better microphone and a better room to record in.
I don't know. I'm not in charge here.
I've seen a lot of home recorders who have like a special voice recording room where it like cancels out, like they have those little sound buffers on the wall, the acoustic thingy things. Um,
Do you have a closet that's like sort of empty?
no,
Do you have one that's not sort of empty?
yeah,
Like you could sit on the floor in and possibly?
I have, yeah, I have Mia's closet that was supposed to be both of our closets. It is just Mia's closet. She moved in, and like when I moved in first, I was like, man, this closet's huge. Like it is literally like the entire wall. Like it's massive. I was like, we could walk in here. We could both have stuff in here. We could utilize the closet in the bedroom for something completely different, uncloset related. And she moved in and put all of her stuff up in the closet. And I looked in, I couldn't even get in the closet. I'm like, well, that dream's gone.
I guess I will have this box here for my clothes. And it's not like you have a small amount of clothes.
I have a lot less.
You brought 3
college.
massive tubs worth of clothes to college.
I did. I brought a lot of clothes to college, but I have so much less than when I was in college. Which is wild because Mia keeps buying me shirts. Like she literally goes to TJ Maxx and she's like, I'm just going to check out the guy section. I'm just going to check it out to see what they have. She finds shirts every time. I don't know how, but she finds amazing shirts every time. Shirts that literally are me.
That actually brings me to something I wanted to talk about today.
Okay.
I forgot to bring the stuff, so give me 1 second.
Yeah. Listeners, I'm going to tell you about the shirts that Mia has got me the last couple days, last couple weeks, I guess. She got me one shirt with the cat samurai on it. She got me another shirt with the cat samurai on it. 2 different shirts. One, the cat samurai is on the back, and the other one, the cat samurai is on the front. She got me a shirt with ducks on it, but it's that Japanese painting of the waves. Don't remember the name of the painting. Don't come at me. But there's giant rubber ducks on the waves. She got me an Ahsoka shirt, which is what I'm wearing today, and a Chopper shirt, which I'm not wearing today because I can't wear 2 shirts.
Don't just stop talking now that I'm back. I'm going to hear this later anyway.
I was talking about you the whole time. Don't you feel uncomfortable for leaving now?
Not really. I'm probably just going to cut it out. So you're talking about how Mia will just buy you shirts at Marshall's or wherever you said. I wasn't fully listening.
When do you, honestly?
Autumn also constantly buys me gifts.
I love that.
Up until this point, it's typically just been small stuff. Like she'll get me rubber ducks every once in a while when she sees ones, then thinks of me and everything like that. Well, we saw each other on Monday, and she goes, "Oh, I have some shoes for you." I she was like, yeah, I saw them, thought they might be your size, figured you could try them on. And then hands me this giant bag. I was like, that seems like a little bit more than a pair of shoes. And she goes, oh yeah, there's some other stuff in there too.
Dude, I think Mia and Autumn would get along so freaking well.
So I do too. Let me show you what we got here. I wore this yesterday. It's a great shirt, but let me.
Oh no, I caught a glimpse. You might need to turn your background off.
Oh yeah, hold on. I forgot.
Yeah, I need to show you my shirt. I'll grab it in a minute.
If you mess with the honk, you'll get the bonk.
It's so incredible.
The buff goose.
She knows you so well.
Scooby-Doo.
Nice.
Also a great shirt for me.
Speaking of Scooby-Doo, I'm sorry, pause real quick.
I don't want to talk about it. I think it's a terrible show. Don't you dare talk to me about Velma.
No. There's a mystery machine for sale like 20 minutes away from me. Like full decked out mystery machine.
Buy it.
I don't have the money to just buy a car.
What do you mean you don't have the money to just buy a car?
It's
Take out a second mortgage on the home.
I'll send you the picture. You can keep showing me your shirts.
This is a great shirt because you ever see those shirts on Facebook that are like too hardcore and like have statements like that? It's like, who would buy something like that? My girlfriend. So she got me this shirt.
I hate being sexy, but I'm a chubby bearded man, so I can't help it.
And then we got twin axes here.
And a skull.
And a skull. I can't figure out what the background is. I think it's just supposed to be like a red outline, maybe a blood splatter or something. I don't know.
But she knows you so well because you would wear something like this for the irony of it. Like just for the fact that you're wearing a shirt that you think is so cringy.
Yeah, it's so great. And so then we get into the pairs of shoes. That's right, I said pairs because she got me not just this pair.
Those are sick. Those are so simple but sick.
She got me two pairs and got these ones as well.
Those are awesome.
But you know, Matt, I haven't even showed you the best thing that you got.
The piece de resistance.
The thing that I think she's most proud of. She got me these rubber duck socks.
Oh my gosh. Those are incredible. Oh man, I would pay you for those. I would buy those off you in a heartbeat. How much do you want for them?
One mystery machine.
Did you see the picture I sent?
Not yet. I've been showing you my socks.
Yeah, I don't care about those anymore. Look at the mystery machine. While you're doing that, let me get the shirts. Ouch! Mother freaking move.
Matt always talks a big game when I'm not here. Says a whole bunch of stuff that I never hear until much later whenever I edit. Well, guess what? Matt never hears what I say during these moments because he doesn't edit the show. I do. And then I doubt he even listens to the show. Past the point of trying to figure out what his name for the week is going to be. So I'm issuing Matt a challenge. I'll give you those RoboDuck socks if you can tell me what x equals in x plus 3 minus 7 equals 14. If you can do math, then you get them.
Okay, I'm back. I'm dead. So did you see the picture?
Yeah. There's no price on it.
I know. That's the one problem. We can't even see how much it is. But it's got like all the characters like on it in the like as window decals. It's beautiful and it looks like it's in awesome condition. Okay, shirts. So I just wore this yesterday. This is one of my favorite paintings. The Japanese wave thing.
That is incredible.
It's got two giant rubber ducks on it.
That is incredible. Did you get that at Box Lunch or at TJ Maxx?
Pretty sure this is TJ Maxx. I'm pretty sure both of these were TJ Maxx. And then she got me another shirt with the cat samurai on it. But this is the other one. She bought me two. This is the other one.
Nice.
It's got a cat samurai on it, and it's amazing. The other one is like so much more dramatic, where there's like a a backdrop, and it's got the samurai sword in its mouth, and it's got the hat. It's incredible, and it's so like I don't buy shirts super often for myself, but the clothes that she picks out for me are so good. Like they're shirts I would buy 100% for myself.
I don't buy myself new clothes because the clothes I have fit me and I like them.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you dare say anything.
Yeah.
I like what I have and I don't want new things.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing that's going to indicate anything to anyone trained in a profession or not. I don't care what degree they have. They're not going to tell me I have something. I'm getting so deep in the illusion to tell you that that's not an autism symptom. I forget what I was talking about.
You're so autistically fighting that you're not autistic.
I don't buy myself new clothes often. Which is stupid because like I'll spend $40 on food and be like, yeah, that was a smart purchase.
Yeah.
But I won't go spend $20 on new shirts because be like, oh, is it worth the money?
Yeah, right.
But she's willing to do that for me because she cares about me.
And the plus is you don't have to spend any money.
Look.
Listen, most of the time, like when Mia is out at the store, she'll say, "Hey, I found this shirt that I think you'd like," and I'm like, "All right, I'll Venmo for you. I'll Venmo you for it because I really like it too." And she usually says no. So if she wants to spend the money, I have offered, and she can spend it all she wants. You know.
I have not offered, but I'm pretty sure Autumn would not accept money for the clothes she gives me.
She doesn't seem like the person who would.
Yeah, she's given me a lot of rubber ducks too, which I get because of the collection.
You've hit a gold mine.
I truly have. I truly have.
Autumn, if you're listening to this, one day, you may work your way up to girlfriend number one status, but that is not today. Not yet. Keep trying. You'll get there.
I don't know. She gives me the rubber ducks that she buys for me. She doesn't keep it for herself on their desk.
It's a memory. It's something that I like to hold close and dear to my heart in case I'm missing you, you know?
So you bought a duck for me, but not for me, but as a way to remember me.
Exactly. It's for you, but it's really for me.
She also randomly got me that Marvel Girl Funko Pop,
which is cool. That's a really cool Funko.
I pointed out to her that her love language is gift giving. She's like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Well, for starters, you just gave me a new wardrobe. And for Valentine's Day, you gave me a gift that had 7 gifts inside of it." She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "I gave you one gift. That was just one gift. You give me things all the time. That's how you care. That's how you care for people."
Yeah. Mia since it is Star Wars Day, Mia just got me a glow in the dark Luke Skywalker Funko. Yeah, it's super cool. I think it's from the Mandalorian. Like when he showed up in there, he had like the hood up, the black cloak, and everything. Looked all super daunting and scary, but awesome at the same time. But it's glow in the dark, and it's really freaking cool. I have so many Star Wars Funkos. It's not even funny. Like it is almost matched my Marvel Funkos because I have a lot of Marvel Funkos.
I think I have more Marvel Funkos.
I definitely do, but I'm encroaching on the Star Wars. With the Star Wars, I mean.
So, is this Star Wars? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Star Wars?
Do you have all your Funkos surrounding your desk?
They're all on my desk, yeah.
Wow.
I don't have as many as you'd expect. Here,
I have like 10 on my desk alone.
Let me see if I can do this. So these are my Funkos.
Nice.
And then the big one.
Nice. It's crazy that you still keep them in the box.
I do have a few at work that aren't in the box. But that's because we found them in a storage unit and they weren't in a box there. And they're all I have a Rey, a Kylo, Jyn Erso, and an Ancient One that aren't in boxes.
Nice. Oh, I have an Ancient One that's not in a box.
Sick.
That's cool. It's mostly because my sister gifted it to me and the box was completely destroyed. So
I have a bunch of DC ones too. I have quite a few Batmen and like different variants because like I have Batfleck, George Clooney Batman, the Batman Who Laughs, Owlman, Batman Hush.
my favorite Batman that I ever got was at my first ever Comic-Con. And it was a set that I bought. They're two different Funkos, but they were part of the same series. It was the original Batman, live action Batman, and the original Joker in their Surf's Up outfits with like a surfboard and everything.
Nice.
Yeah, it's such a good set, and I love it so much. Cesar Romero and the other guy,
Adam West.
Adam West. Thank you. I was kept thinking Kevin Conroy. He's like, is he the first animated one? He was the animated one for a lot of years. I know that, but
I don't know if he's the first animated one, but he's like, if you think of the animated Batman voice, it's usually him.
Usually him. Although Jensen Ackles has started doing both Batman and Red Hood and some animated things. And
there's my Zuko. Okay. I had a Zuko that I got at a Comic-Con and I couldn't find him, but he was behind the laptop.
Nice. Mia got me. Sorry, I think we're way over time, but it's fine. Mia got me the Aang in with all four elements surrounding him in the last battle against Fire Lord Ozai. I have the Cabbage Cart Man.
Nice.
I have Iroh, and I have Zuko, I think.
I have a few what ifs, including Gamora with Thanos' blade.
Yeah.
And Ravager Thanos and Zola Vision. Those are fun ones. I do think you are right though that we are over time. So thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of the Garlic Boys. If you'd like more from us, you can follow us on TikTok and Instagram to see when we post about this show and our other shows, TGB One Shot and the Clever Boy Quiz. So look out on those socials on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook for when we post those new episodes. If you'd like to support this show, you can do that of one of two ways. You can do that over on patreon.com/garlicboys introductions to support us there, as well as get exclusive content at our $10 a month tier. Or if you just want to support us at $3, you can do that. Or you could head on over to our Redbubble store and purchase some of our designs on any one of the styles available, such as stickers, aprons, socks, or t-shirts. And finally, if you'd like to watch video versions of the podcast, you can head on over to youtube.com/@thegarlicboys and watch full video versions of the podcast there. It helps you see everything we've shown off today, as well as the fact that Matt is using Grogu to try and force choke me right now.
How'd you know?
Matt, it's almost next week is Mother's Day. So this is almost 1 year of us doing this.
Oh my goodness.
You didn't realize next week was Mother's Day in any sense, did
Nope.
you?
Not even remotely.
So glad to help remind you. This is almost 1 year of us doing this bit, but do you have a supplementary mom report for this week?
We may have already done her, but because we did this scene, I'm gonna go with Padme. Padme was a great mom and a political activist. Thanks, Padme. Too bad you didn't get the chance to actually be a mom, except for the 9 months that you carried the baby.
I'm gonna say Bo-Katan, because she's little like a mom sort of to Grogu in season 3 of The Mandalorian.
He's got mega mom energy, so yeah,
for sure,
100%.
On that note, Matt, do you have any final thoughts?
May the 4th be with you, and also the 5th, I guess.
And look out for the Revenge of the 6th.
Yeah, and there's a lot of days you could do. It's fine.
The 4th Awaken.
Hi, I'm Mike Tyson. The 4th Awakens.
On that note, thank you so much for listening, and remember to, as always, stay garlicky.
Force choke you. The last thing I do.
The Last Jed 9. I think it works.